Hello, Matt here, and today we are continuing with suspension modifications. So, the next thing we are doing today I will be showing you how to replace front sway arms on. Let me stop the video for a second now because I went full retard and kept saying sway arm from this point on. I know it's a control arm, so every time you hear sway arm, please imagine I said control arm. Thank you very much. Now enjoy the rest of the video. Front sway arms on a BMW F series. This will work with every F series with rear wheel drive, and the reason why I'm doing it is because right now I have a standard sway arm, as you can see, and I'm putting the M1 from M3 or M4 or M2. They're all the same. So what this will give me is a rose joint here, unlike the rubber bushing that is on the standard one, and it's a bit longer, so it should increase the camber for about 1 degree. It's a pretty simple job. As you can see, the car is already on the jack stands. You will need to remove under tray because you need to access this bolt here, and you need to undo the bolt joint here. So the tools you will be needing, of course, a hammer, two 18mm socket, 21mm socket, 21, even I don't have it, I'll be using 22mm wrench, T40 socket, and two ratchets. And of course, since it's probably dusty, maybe even rusted, it's always good to use a wire brush and some penetrating fluid. So a wire brush and a can of WD-40. So first, let's clean up the threads. Now we will be a little tight for space around here, but I don't want to remove the cover, so I think I can do it with it on. First we will undo the bolt with two 18mm ratchets. So this one is pretty tight. Let's go now. And the nut is off. I will leave the bolt in for now, so I can have a bigger leverage while I'm doing the nut up here. So let's go here. 21mm socket should go right on. And once you start, when you feel it started to turn, and I'm pretty sure it did, yes it did, we will switch to wrench 21 40 socket. Don't forget to switch your ratchet to tightening. The nut is off. The bolt can now go out. And the arm is out. Now to quickly show you the difference. So this is the stock one that we took off the car, and this is the longer one. See, it's a rubber bushing here, rose joint, which is also covered, which is good. And since it's a bit longer, it should increase camber, but it also means when we put it on, we'll have to adjust the suspension geometry, especially the toe, since it will be towed in. Now let's put it on the car. Now we'll raise the car to put some load on the ball joint. Like this. And we tighten the nuts. Now it's always a good idea to use the torque wrench. I will check torque specs later and I'll put it down in the description for you. Now we need to do the bolt. Now before we tighten it up, I will raise the suspension into a position that it would be when it's lowered to the ground or thereabouts. It's somewhere like this. And there you have it, tight and secure. And now all we need to do is a quick alignment, or to be correct, quick toe correction. Take a look at how badly crooked the wheel is. It's towed in quite a lot after changing the control arms. So now unfortunately this is the point where my GoPro died, so I cannot really show you how I adjusted the toe, but I would advise you to do it because the front wheels were really out of whack. They were towed in for about 10 centimeters, and this isn't really safe to drive, not even to an alignment shop. Regarding the modification itself, in my opinion, this is the best bang for the buck modification you can do to your suspension. Because for only 200 euros and a quite easy job, which you can honestly do yourself, you get a lot more steering feel, not in the way that you'll get feedback from the steering wheel, but you will get the feedback on the limit of the grip, which I didn't have before in the car. Also, it increases the front end grip by quite a lot, and not just that, it helps with the turn-in feel. So it's for 200 euros, in my opinion, as I said, best bang for the buck. Of course, you can get a lot more with coilovers that can adjust the camber, but we're talking about 2000 euros then, so depends on where you are. see what you need, what you don't need. But maybe even with the coilovers, still do it, because I mean, for that money, you really get a lot. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.